Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees.
infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power. Infinite power, infinite power. Infinite
you two are getting rough. My mind just sounds like Shia LaBeouf. It says no, 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 no. Just no, 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 no. And every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia
5
LaBeouf.
seconds
Do not.
remaining. Dire team Radiant ban. Team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Puck!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Disruptor.
Radiant team pick. Ten Dire seconds team remaining. Ban.
Wraith King.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Mirana.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Tide Hunter.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Arc Warden.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Legion Commander.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй, что сейчас произошло?
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, I think T1 is gonna win because I always vote for T1.
Okay. Got my hand read, my palm. Whole thing, really expensive. And my palm. It says EXECRATION.
Ravage my weak
Yeah.
to the allies where I can.
Why are you going for execration?
Palm said go EXECRATION.
Is there like any reasoning behind it or just the palm?
The reasons were explained during the palm read.
But
They're
you can't
secret readings.
disclose those.
I can't.
30
Otherwise, it doesn't
seconds
come
to
to be
battle.
true.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it is possible, of course. I quite like their draft. It's just, you know, we've seen execration They've been struggling lately, but so has T1 really.
We haven't
so-
seen the cleanest T1 games.
Yeah, you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
On top of that, we haven't seen a good arc warding game. We've seen every arc warden play to defend the base.
Yeah, I really hope it's not going to be the case this game.
The battle
It's actually
begins.
a +5 then, Nick. I mean, they do have a lot of teamfight on Radiant. Disrupt the ult, they have Tide Ravage, they have DP ult. There's definitely a lot of potential there for a lot of map control, a lot of map pressure. So, creation, but they're not gonna win.
No. Not sure just yet. Not my job to be sure
there might
just
be.
yet. And they've also swapped lanes.
They're waiting for the Enigma,
Yeah.
but I thought they were setting up for the Enigma.
Enigma's just taking too long.
Very slow.
Eventually, they're going to move forward. Mirage. A little bit of a glance, but we take a look at all three lanes. Any of these lanes sticking out at you on ones that are heavily one-sided?
Not really, because EXECRATION actually changed their lanes, and T1 didn't. Means the tri-lane is going to be against...
Ooh, White
Oh,
Man.
he took an arrow.
Already in trouble. One more shot.
Oh, the tower armor.
15 health.
Tower
Yeah,
armor
just
saved
got
him
under
there.
it.
I like this adjustment from Radiant, because they don't have the greatest response to tri-lanes on the dire side. So the Tidehunter is actually having a game now, whereas if he went top, he zoned, no game at all. But now, he's going to be quite happy down there, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to try his hardest to have some semblance of a lane, but it's still a little bit tough by yourself.
It's going to be tough, but it's way better than top. And
Yeah.
of course, Arc Warden is going to quite a bit. Also, he has no ward on the puck in mid lane. Arrow could be
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
careful.
See if they
Arrow
can land more
coming.
arrows. It's coming through well off the mark. Hard to really gauge where puck's going to be. at
He also
times.
has phase shift. Now Tide actually TPing pop. because
Interesting.
Arc
Oh,
Warden
yeah,
defeats bottom.
Curcuit.
Okay.
Yeah, they've made the rotation, so I believe T1 made the rotation first, which then should allow Execration to TP and counter that rotation.
And we'll have to see if they still want to try lane though. Oh, that was close. Gush connect. Trouble. Jog Fook. Juke in the fog. Jog Fook. Has to be a new term that we gotta use from now on.
That's the name of the first song on our
Jog Fook. I like it.
we're gonna put it together. Nobody know what it means.
Okay, so they're just gonna be dual laning here. I think that favors... Who does that favor? I think it's probably just gonna be an even farm lane. No one really has kill potential here. And this lane setup is a lot better.
That's smart.
Well, why does this get like a lot better for them? Is it swap or?
Yeah, because Arc Warden doesn't have to lane into the tri lane anymore. He'll
Yeah.
actually be able to get CS now. Whereas before, if he just stays top into the tri lane, he's very, very tough time.
Well, that's assuming that BDZ doesn't just bottom. You could leave the Tide. He got a bit of solo experience. He's still continuing to get that solo experience, right? Like, does BDZ come bottom?
I think he wants to focus more on his own game now.
Right.
He's still level 1. And, you know, maybe he's still going to try to threaten the middle with some random arrows, you know.
Are fortified.
But I think they're fine with just giving Wraith King free farm. And Tide, you know, as you said, he's the most important piece now. And they gave him a good lane, which is most important for Execration.
12-0 right now, not really behind much in CS. He's had some solo experience time. He's having a lot of solo experience time because the Mirana continue to move around and has actually TP'd bottom. So they will go back to that tri lane. It gives Tide a solo lane, solo experience. I think this is really good right now for Rapido.
It is very good because the plan of T1 was to completely zone him out. It did not work at all.
Is this a game for Tide where he's trying to go with that cooldown reduction, get earlier arcane blink or something like that? Or is this more, is he look utility, eventually get, you know, blink dagger with like maybe guardian greaves or pipe or something like that?
We will definitely have to go blink dagger this game, but as you said, I do also believe utility. Because DP is there for the damage and Wraithing is there for the initiation later on. So you just gotta be able to provide some auras. Maybe even a Vlad's could be really good, you know.
Yeah.
Guardian Greaves for sure. Pipe potentially against that Phoenix and Puck. Enigma still level 1.
Really low. Carl in some
Whoa.
trouble. Oh, doesn't jump to the high ground. Not enough mana for the Crypt Swarm, but does have the Spirit Siphon, so Ken gets first blood over Carl. We've seen stuff like this before. I know it's not a big lead or anything like
Another
that,
one.
but this is already momentum for Execration. Cuckoo's made the swap. Arc Warden back towards top as Cuckoo comes bottom, but this is aggression from Execration. We've seen the highs and lows of this team.
I'm really there's a bounty fight, and we can talk about what's happening with T1.
The prize is mine.
They get 2 each. Trade. And yeah, for me, T1 always, you know, the strongest player in the team was Carl. He has been struggling a lot lately in this matchup. Like, DP Puck is not easy. It's a 5-5 lane, but it's not a lane where you die as Puck. Especially not if the DP is full health. So I'm not sure like what happened in the time between now and like 2 months ago, but he's been struggling a lot.
Yeah, that's a big mistake, as you know, gives obviously the advantage over to the Death Prophet. And what we've seen from Death Prophets is you want to get that 6, you want to use Exorcism off cooldown to start, you know, making the map smaller and smaller. If you can do that to an Arc Warden, that's going to feel the best. You take a top tower, you take the mid tower. Now you have entry points to the jungle. Makes Arc Warden's game very difficult.
Certainly. Agree with that. He's just running back middle now. A lot of wasted time for the DP.
Yeah, running back towards middle, certainly not the way I thought Ken was going to go about that. It looked like they were definitely setting up to maybe use that
Up top, yeah.
up top, yeah.
He didn't even have boots, so this overall was a pretty weird rotation. He also realized that. Of course, still half a minute wasted or so. Giving Carl some good time to catch back up. Wraith King, free farming. And we have seen so many Wraith Kings across the regions that just completely snowball. The Zero is strong right now.
What, Midas, Radiance, and all of a sudden you're doing quite a bit of
Like
damage.
Glimpse.
They're going to use that Glimpse. They've got the
Arrow.
stun. Arrow comes in, but it's not going to be on the mark. Cuckoo, though, running, press the attack as well as the overwhelming odds. Kinetic Field doesn't land. So fast when you hit 3 heroes.
And DP again, another rotation that doesn't vary.
It's like not fully committing.
Like,
to
if
the
you want to
rotation,
rotate,
yeah.
honestly, as soon as the glimpse is there,
You
just
shall
TP.
not.
You know, if you want to rotate. Like, don't just keep walking to lanes because you're
You're
always
losing
going
a
to be
lot
seen.
of time. Bottom, they've got the arrow onto the Legion Commander. They're trying to get this kill to Cuckoo. Press the attack and the overwhelming odds again. One more right click with the Thunder Strike will be enough, but the Dream Coil comes in on a 2. Arrow trying to get something in return. Looking over now at the Mirana of BDZ. The Waning Rift and the Illusory Orb will get a trade. A trade for the Puck. You know, Puck comes over, gets a kill. Death Prophet goes into the Exorcism. Looks over at White Mom, but focus should be on the tower, right? That's a lot of gold from those Idol.
He's coming with the Ravage as well on Tidehunter, but they shouldn't really do too much because they're just 3 heroes here already. And it looks like a wasted Exorcism for 5 Eidolon.
I want to say maybe there's space. 4 heroes come mid. You're making space for the Wraith King still, but it wasn't like that was like 2-3 minutes of space. That was like 30 seconds, and now there's still pressure on. They can go back bot.
And Arcwarden is still free farming top.
Yeah.
Because Tidehunter had to rotate middle. 50 gold, Midas, 8-minute Midas on Arcwarden is impeccable time. Super good. Basically free farm. And of course, Arcwarden with the Midas is going to accelerate so much faster than most heroes in the game. Just the Midas every time. Legion Commander, though, is struggling. Initiation of a Dire team.
700 gold behind that tide. There's actually a big split between the top and bottom 5.
Execration currently leading 1k. That's not really like the biggest lead, you know. Arcwarden can pick up a lot of ground very quickly.
Well, good items coming for both teams, really. I like the Fairies Trinket that they got for the Dire, but I also love that Faded Brooch for this this Execration side, especially for Death. Yeah.
Yep, good for them. And of course, a chipped vest, my least favorite item. So underwhelming everything.
You could work with it though, right? Like it's
Sure, it's not. I mean, it's for free, you know. You take it, but you rather have like a. Do have a jelly.
jelly with a chip vest. I think it's a good combo.
5 health region. You good?
That with a Fairies Trinket. Royal Jelly Fairies feels even better.
And Royal Jelly is just like the best, like feels good item in the game. Gives you free region. Okay.
feels good for your ones and twos. Support finds it. It's always difficult.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Dream Coil
Hurts.
used mid, and that's onto the Disruptor. Carl trying to make something happen. Waning Rift, Illusory Orb, one more shot. He's diving the tier 2, and nobody's responding. Carl getting away with that for free. This is while they try to take the tier 1 tower
Radiant's
top,
middle
but
tower is
they
under
haven't really
attack.
done a lot of damage with it.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is
Dire's
under
doing a very
attack.
good job at bringing this game back for sure. They've been struggling a little bit in the early game, but I don't think they
Now
can
they'll go
defend the
after
top tower.
Zephyr.
Oh, arrow.
Oh, off the Icarus dive. Not going to get it, but Rapido still trying to get a kill here.
Ankle smash? I mean, he's just off the map. How is this fair?
That really is
Dire's
not
top tower is under
that
attack.
bad.
They do get a top tower though,
Dire's
and
top
their
tower
bottom
has
tower is
fallen.
still full health. So
Radiant's bottom tower is
they
under
basically
attack.
get a tower for free. There's no response from the Dire, but Arc Warden is still continuing to free farm. Scary hero. And I know the
Radiant's
guy who's
bottom
playing it,
tower is under attack.
Jackie, is a Arc Warden. See how he makes it work.
Radiant structures
I just worry
are
about Arc
fortified.
Wardens, man. It's from just based on what we see. It has nothing to do with Jackie, just the way we've seen them play.
Yeah, Exorcism popped mid lane.
Dire's
They still have the
structures
Ravage
are
as well.
fortified.
And I just want to get another T1 tower here. Dire will have to defend that.
Dire's
Radiant seems to
top
be fighting on
tower
two
is
fronts
under
here.
attack.
2 supports at bottom and 2 cores at middle.
Yeah, they use the arrow to get the siege, try and slow down
Radiant's
this
bottom
push,
tower
but
is under attack.
slows it down, it doesn't
Dire's
stop
middle
it.
They have to be
tower is
careful.
under
There are only
attack.
3 heroes here middle.
Right?
They don't get a tower just yet.
Again, that's a second
Coil?
exorcism used. Dream Coil comes in, kinetic field. Carl, though, snaps the coil. Still able to leap away.
Silence was still on cooldown as well as the orb. Recognition there by the Mirana to break the coil and get out. And this Mirana hasn't gotten anything done this game yet either. Struggling to connect with arrows. Sitting almost at the bottom of the network. Mirana is a very rare sight.
Multiple exorcism mid. Still haven't got.
I mean, I don't know why the 2 supports went bottom and the 2 cores went tower. I feel if they all just middle, the tower is for free. Chose to split up. A little bit of a miscommunication there, perhaps.
Still haven't used that Ravage yet.
I mean, they want to. It's just that T1 is playing around it quite well.
They have a haste. Maybe Rapido can get in a position to throw something out, but they're not working with exorcism or anything like that, so it's still not the best move.
Ring Dagger.
As he goes right into a duel, and now Static Storm. All right.
Glim. Close, close. Puck had no coil.
Yeah.
It's a hard kill without Puck coil, for sure. Oh, smoke up here. Coil up in 5. Glim's back. Should be
gosh.
fine. Puck has Blink Dagger now. They'd be looking to go on the Wraith King here. Have to kill him twice, though.
Gather round.
Dream Coil used. Got to be careful. Looking for the Ravage. This comes in, hits 3, doesn't hit the puck. Dream Coil ends. They look over at Zephyr, who gets the Supernova. Just in time. They also get the first life out of the hands of Yoi, and now they can't fight.
That was a great play by Curcuit there. Recognizing the arrow will fly in and dispels it right as it hits to make sure that he gets the echo off. Otherwise, the Phoenix is just dead. Fight probably won't look as good. Now Wraith King, no ult for 3 minutes. Has to be very careful that he doesn't die.
Creation feeling like they're just not capitalizing.
Yeah, the communication is a bit lacking. Like they're always just 2 there. Like they're never really 4 or 5. All their moves just seem very slow. And Arc Warden going for 4 feet, no boots, minus balance wrong. Very rare side. Usually they go for at least the boots. But it's paying off. Top of the net worth, doing very well for himself. Carl also recovered after that little bit of a rough early game. Got into the Blink Dagger, going to the Witchblade next. And they're lacking a little bit of damage.
Lead now, T1. It was K lead for Execution.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Couple of missed opportunities has really slowed down the progression. While all that's going on, Arc Wardens just had a free game still.
Dire's
He's
middle
farming
tower has been
quad stack
denied.
Ancients right now without any contest. And they haven't really bothered too much about controlling the enemy's triangle. Even though they have Ravage, even though they have DP ult. I feel like they're playing a bit too conservatively.
Felt too
Radiant's top
impactful
tower
yet.
is under attack.
He's having a rough game. He's hit like 1 arrow so far. Mirana is a
dispel.
mental hero too, you know? Like, if you keep missing those arrows, you get into your own head really easily.
Carl's setting up towards top. They know that this reincarnation is still down, but instead
out.
gives it up and TP's bottom.
Interesting TP. True, why he TP bottom. Not really any objective there. It's usually Arc Warden's lane to farm.
Dire are scanning.
Phoenix is very rich.
Radiant's
Same
middle
level
tower
with the
is
Legion
under
Commander.
attack.
Ooh, they found themselves White Mon, Static Storm, as well as Kinetic Field. Should be able to get a kill and will. BDZ does get credit for that one, taking out the Enigma, who is 200 gold ahead. This is a 5-position Enigma. Seen Black Hole yet, but it's tough when you're in that 5 position. It really of it.
Always is. But because of that threat, you know, Disruptor threw out the ultimate right away, so there's no turnaround potential. Just being an Enigma, you know, having this presence can be pretty threatening on the map.
Yeah, the omnipresence of a black hole is always present, even when it's in the.
Yeah, if you get a good hole, together with an egg or a coil, you know, there's always a lot of combo possibilities.
Yeah.
So they definitely have to be very careful here. Another smoke up by Dire. Legion. For a team fight here. They do have Exorcism and Ravage though.
Careful about what you're pushing. Starting to converge. Yoi. Got 5 seconds till he has the reincarnation available. They'll pop the exorcism and they go after the Legion commander who's been silent, but the arrow doesn't hit. Cuckoo in trouble all by himself. The rest of the team leaves him. And they'll get the kill there on the Legion. And immediately, this is to the tier 2. This is something that we really haven't seen much of, and Execration is getting and committing to these objectives. But now they have an opportunity to do so. Take the tier 2 if they can do that. They get themselves an outpost, but I don't expect T1 to just let this go.
Because I can as well.
Is under attack.
Has to get to the 2 tower.
There's the Waning Rift, Illusory Orb, Sunray, Dream Coil.
Miss.
That comes through. That's onto the Tidehunter. Ending the Midnight Pulse. Ravage used, and now looking over at White on the arrow hits the Static Storm. That's on to 3. Cuckoo gets out of it, luckily. But now they look over at the puck. They've got the Starstorm coming down, and now Duel from quite a distance. That's onto the Death Prophet, and Carl helps out. They get the kill on Rapido as well as Ken. That looked good for Execration for a moment, but well countered by T1 at the end.
Yeah, I thought the right call was to just go into Roche Pit because they were right next to it. And diving into 2 tower against Arc Warden this farm this early on is a big problem. He TP'd in quite late, but he dealt a lot of damage on that Arc Warden. And it's just something you have to respect at this point, you know? This Roshan was very free for you. You decided to pressure top instead, and it kind of backfired. Now you're 4k behind. You don't have Ravage and DPO to work with, which gives even more space to the Arc Warden. He's sitting at 10,000 net worth now. 2,000 ahead of the Wraith King, who has had a pretty free game himself.
The Arc Warden getting involved, something
Radiant are scanning.
seeing from previous that have played to fight.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done like too much in terms of, you know, trying to help out the team, but when he needs to be there, he is there, at least so far. And he's doing a good job overall. And he's very rich. He's like filthy rich.
With just this presence, though, like, he's similar, I would say, to the Black Hole. His omnipresence. Is Arc Warden going to be there? He's pretty farmed. Like, if he's there, I don't know if we can fight. So you have to think about that if you're Execration, right?
Yeah, definitely. And as we saw, backfire top. I feel like if they just get the Roshan, you know, and then fight with the Radiant's timing, much better for them. But that chance is kind of gone now. Like, the next Roshan is going to be much harder to fight because this Arc Warden has a Mjolnir soon. It's a huge power spike on Arc Warden. The clone alone can deal so much damage with just a Mjolnir.
Perfect.
Arrow. Onto the Phoenix.
Sounds
and
a bit late, but
yeah, it hit but during the Icarus dive, so had to come all the way back around. They're trying to get the kill on a Zephyr. Carl comes over. Now might just drop down a Dream Coil if he could catch somebody, but instead chooses to back away.
got the ult.
This is on to the Enigma again. They're not committing. Now they'll look over Rapido, and they've got the duel. Do they have the damage? It's going to be close. No dual damage on that one, but Rapido's still dead.
Yeah, maybe the duel was a little bit premature, you know? He could have waited. He was surrounded by enemy heroes. Maybe he doesn't care so much about the damage this game. They do have arrow.
Ooh. Tanked by it.
Very thankful. Of course, Phoenix, a creature of not really the jungle, but the jungle chose to protect him.
Phoenix is a creature of the...
Nah, probably not. Probably just burn it.
This is what I like here, though, from EXECRATION. Going in a road,
road
something
trip,
that
yeah.
you were asking for off that last exchange. They're doing this without Tide.
And they have no idea on Dire.
Yeah, this is a risky maneuver, and one that they're getting away with.
Dire are
Up
scanning.
quite a bit. He actually sunk pretty low.
If they saw this on Dire, they, they have an egg, it's perfect, a Roche Pit. It's very hard for them to do it if Dire know it, but they get away with it. Good job by them.
Yeah, this really helps them maybe sustain the game, get Wraith King into a position feels comfortable.
He will need like probably like 2 more items, like a Blink BKB. He's going to the BKB next, and then 1 more item after that. He should be feeling comfortable to fight. Got a smoke. Legion Commander went Pipe first, by the way, not Blink Dagger, so the team fight is very strong. Initiation, still strong because of Puck. And he itemized into the Pipe just for his teammate. I like the decision quite a lot.
Ability if you already have some.
He's alone top, completely alone. He has to be very careful here.
May not get out of this one. Cuckoo finds him, gets the duel, and now they're looking over. Whitemon could set up for a black hole. Doesn't matter if it's going to be on to 1 if they get the second life away. Now they're starting to come in though, and now they've got the silence as well as the static sword that's going to be out onto this Puck. Sunray right on top of the Wraith King, but they just don't have the damage to get the kill on the Carl. They're looking over the Spirits. I think they've also got the Dream Coil that ends up snapping. He only walks out of it willingly. He just dies.
I mean, it's hard to make a call, because you're getting Sunray from the back and you're coiled. Like, do I just stand in the Sunray? Do I break the coil? I think either way, he's probably just gonna die. And EXECRATION was not ready for that rotation at all. Another duel though, where he did not get the damage from. Duels on the Puck.
Should be a tier 1, but they are looking to maybe set up and defend at some point. They've got 20 seconds until the Wraith King's even back alive.
Yeah,
They're
20 seconds also till TP ult. Ravage on 4.
Ravage! That's a massive Ravage! They'll go after this Puck. Do they get the kill? Yes, they do. The